After a decade, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is visiting Mauritius, and to talk more about the details of the trip and what would be the focus of this trip, I'm joined here by the Foreign Minister of Mauritius, Mr. Dhananjay Rampal. Thanks for speaking to us, sir.
It's a pleasure for me.
My first question, how do you see the bilateral ties growing between the two countries since 2015? Because that was the first time the Prime Minister visited here and he spoke about multiple policies and how to deepen the ties.
Well, since his visit, there have been various projects where we have had assistance from India. Uh, if you go around Mauritius, you will see a lot of infrastructural projects, the Supreme Court building, you have Metro Express, you have various other infrastructural projects that have been partly financed by India in terms of lines of credit or grants, etc. And now we are with the visit of the Prime Minister of India. We are looking more of bringing that traditional relationship to a new height. Talking about, for example, being India and Mauritius being a strategic partner in the region, right? We shouldn't forget that as far as the Indian Ocean is concerned, um, we both want that the Indian Ocean be an open, secure, and safe place, right? Because we have common interests as far as the Indian Ocean is concerned. Bearing in mind that the Indian Ocean is an important trade route, right? So we are thinking also about increasing that partnership as far as maritime security is concerned. So both countries are going to sign an MOU, which will be important as far as maritime security is concerned. I'm talking about sharing of information on commercial ships moving in the region. I'm talking about a joint surveillance exercise between the two countries. I'm talking about support on technical issues and capacity building.
Okay, I was coming to the maritime security bit because Prime Minister back in 2015 when he visited here spoke about Sagar, the security and growth for all in the region. We have seen that how Chinese influence is increasing in the region, and India has been assisting Mauritius in as far as the Agalega Island is concerned and other maritime. So, can you just share with us what would be the specifics of that MOU which is being going to be signed when the Prime Minister visits here?
See, this part of the Indian Ocean is a very important trade route. It connects Asia to Africa and also to Europe. So it has a strategic importance. And this is why it is important, since both countries share the Indian Ocean. It is important that we cooperate with each other, and so that we make that region secure, right? So this is where this partnership, the signature of the MOU, will be important for both countries.
Coming to trade ties, because there are three layers to this partnership, the bilateral ties, then we have maritime security or say the defense ties, and then people to people connect. And we all know that how Mauritius is known for having people from Indian origin. More than 70% of the population has some cultural connect with India. How do you see that prospering since a decade of our ties under Prime Minister Modi? He is coming over here, and perhaps there are many programs scheduled in his visit where he will be visiting those sites which have some cultural connect with India.
We have been sharing cultural exchanges since very long time with India. For example, India, this initiative of the OCI card, right, is a very lucrative initiative, allowing people of Indian origin to have some privileges when they go abroad to India. There is also the Apavasi Divyas that was organized at the beginning of the year, where you had hundreds of Mauritians of Indian origin who have participated in that grand event. So there are various exchanges between the two countries as far as cultural exchanges are concerned.
There is one thing you mentioned earlier about India's assisted or Indian assisted public projects here in Mauritius. Can you list a few which are still under progress, and can we see much more as far as India's investment is concerned or India's assistance is concerned in carrying out those public projects in Mauritius?
Well, I mentioned the Supreme Court building, which has been completed. There is also the ENT hospital. That's another project that was financed by India. We have the Metro Express project, right? And there is an agreement with India for the provision of 100 electric buses, right, which is in the pipeline. There is also a line of credit which is being given to Mauritius for the replacement of water pipelines in the country. There is also other various projects that are still in the pipeline. During the visit of the Prime Minister, a number of MOUs are going to be signed, and these MOUs pertains to capacity building of public servants. We have a project where about 500 public servants are going to be trained. Here at the level of my ministry itself, we are signing an MOU with the Indian authorities with regards to training of our diplomats. And in the industry sector, there is going to be an MOU on capacity building for small and medium development organizations. So there is a lot of exchanges going on between the two countries. And not to forget, there is one important MOU which pertains to exchange of information in relation to corruption and anti-money laundering. So that also is very important, exchange of information between the two countries with a view to combat crimes such as corruption, money laundering. And coming back to maritime security, the sharing of information will also help Mauritius with regards to drug trafficking. There is also human trafficking, illegal fishing going on in the region. So this also will help the two countries.
Anything on digital payment initiative? Are we expecting something on that as well?
There is going to be an MOU signed between the Bank of Mauritius and the Indian authorities with regards to payment of in local currencies, Mauritian rupees and Indian rupees, right? With regards to transactions being done between those two countries. There is also another project for the digitalization of the health sector, right? So these are also projects that are in the pipeline.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for speaking to us, sir. And we hope that this trip and visit of Prime Minister strengthens India's relations with Mauritius.
Thank you. Definitely, it's going to strengthen this relationship even further.
Thanks for speaking to us.